Recording stopped. Okay, let me start it. Okay, so if you say why the electrons are being emitted, I will say for stability. If you say what is this, why it is attaining this stability, that we cannot discuss right now. For that you need to understand the basics of radioactivity. Okay, why the electrons are emitted, why the helium nucleus is emitted, all those things we are going to discuss later. Okay, so there are electrons which are being emitted. There is something metallic sphere, its diameter is given to us, something like 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Its radius is half of the diameter, 10 raised to minus 3 upon 2 meter. The number of electrons emitted per unit time is also given to us, that is equal to 6.25 into 10 to the power 10 these many particles or these many electrons, now you can say, per second. Okay, and they are asking, they want to increase the potential by amount of 1 volt. They want to increase the potential by amount of 1 volt, and they are asking what is the value of time required. Okay, you can call it as T or delta T, doesn't matter what you are writing. So T is equal to question mark. Okay, fine. And they are saying that 80% of emitted electrons, 80% of emitted particles or electrons, emitted particles or electron escape the surface of metal sphere. Okay, this is very simple question. Now let us assume the initial voltage or initial potential is equal to 0 and no particle has been emitted. Let's say this conductor, this conductor is initially uncharged. So charge on the conductor initially is equal to 0. Charge on the conductor initially is equal to 0. Okay, initial charge 0, initial potential 0, and now it starts emitting the beta particles at a constant rate of 6.25 into 10 raised to 10 particles per second. So electrons emit व्हायला लागलेत, एका न्यूट्रल गोष्टीमधून electrons emit होत आहेत. So it will become positively charged. So positive charge will keep on increasing, and therefore at time equal to t, let's say potential of the conductor is V, that is equal to kq upon r. Let me write the radius of the sphere as capital R, so that I can find out the potential as kq upon capital R. This is small k, kq upon capital R. So this k value I already know, so keep it as it is, or just tick mark 9 into 10 raised to 9. This value I already know. The R value I already know. Now I just want the value of charge. Okay, but sir, we want value of time. After what time this potential will become equal to 1 volt? We are assuming initial potential to be equal to 0. So now we will say final potential is equal to what? Final potential is equal to 1 volt. Okay, now for final potential equal to 1 volt, I will write 1 here, this k as it is, which is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9, this q as it is, charge on the metallic sphere, divided by the r, and r value is what? 10 raised to minus 3 upon 2. Try to understand. 10 raised to minus 3 upon 2. This 2 will go into the numerator. This minus 3 will become plus 3. 2 in the numerator, 9 as it is, minus 3 will become plus 3, and that will become 10 raised to 9 plus 3, 12. This is equal to q. So that will become, value of q will become what? Value of q will become 1 divided by 2 into 9 into 10 raised to 12. 2 into 9 into 10 raised to 12. But still, sir, we have not brought time in the equation. अजून पण आपण टाइमला इक्वेशन मध्ये आणलं नाहीये. सो नाउ इट्स टाइम टू ब्रिंग द टाइम इन द इक्वेशन. एका सेकंदाला एवढे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इमिट झाले. ओके, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहेर पडला तर 1.6 इंटू 10 raised to minus 19 कुलूम एवढे बाहेर पडले. निगेटिव्ह चार्ज बाहेर पडला म्हणजे करस्पॉन्डिंग पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज शिल्लक राहिला, बिकॉज दिस मेटल इज न्यूट्रल. दिस मेटल इज न्यूट्रल. वेन द न्यूट्रल इमिट्स समथिंग निगेटिव्ह, एखादी न्यूट्रल गोष्ट, ओके, वेन दिस न्यूट्रल स्पियर इज इमिटिंग negative charge, so corresponding positive charge is remaining on the metal sphere. Okay, so this metal sphere will go will become positively charged, कारण इलेक्ट्रॉन इमिट करायला लागलाय, आधी न्यूट्रल होता, निगेटिव्ह चार्ज बाहेर चाललाय, so it will go on becoming, or it will keep becoming positive and positive and positive and positive. Okay, त्याच्यावरचा पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज वाढत जाईल. Okay, so call this as equation number 1. Up to this, reply in the chat box clear and written. इथपर्यंत समजलं का बघा. एवढा चार्ज तयार व्हायला पाहिजे, एवढा चार्ज तयार झाला की पोटेन्शियल 1 व्होल्ट झाला असेल, आणि आधीच 0 घेतलंय. दिस मच चार्ज शुड अपीयर ऑन द कंडक्टर. आता एवढा चार्ज यायला किती वेळ लागतोय बघायचं. दॅट विल गिव्ह यू द आन्सर. Okay, that will give you the answer. This much charge should appear on the conductor. Fine. Now, number of electrons emitted per second. Now, can I write charge is equal to charge per unit time into time? Yes, sir. You can write charge is equal to charge per unit time into time. You can write capital Q also, no problem. Now, can I write charge per unit time as charge on electron multiplied by number of electrons per unit time? Charge on total charge will be equal to what? Total number of electrons into charge on the single electron divided by time. Okay, now number of electrons which are actually being emitted are 80%. So here I have to multiply this factor by 80%. So here try to understand. Actually जेवढे emit झालेत तेवढे सगळे escape नाही झाले. All the emitted electrons are not able to escape the surface. Only 80% of the emitted electrons are able to escape. So एवढे इमिट झालेत त्याचं 80%. रिप्लाय मी, दिस इज क्लिअर अँड रिटन. CW. एवढा थॉट कळला की नेक्स्ट स्टेपला उत्तर आहे बाळा. Let us deal with the tricky questions. No worry. No tension. Reply me in the chat box. Thought clear? These many electrons are emitted per second. म्हणजे किती चार्ज बाहेर पडत असेल into charge on single electron. So this much charge is being emitted per second. This much charge is emitted per second. Actually only 80% electrons are able to escape. So this much charge is being emitted per second. This much charge is being escaping per second into your time. Charge per unit time. This is the value of charge escaping per unit time into the time. This will be equal to total charge. Total charge किती व्हायला पाहिजे बाळ? 1/2 into 9 into 10 raised to 12. So write down here 1/2 into 9 into 10 raised to 12 is equal to this 80%. You can write it as 5/20. No, you can write it as 4/5. You can write it as 4/5. Charge on electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Number of electrons emitted per second, that is something 6.25 multiplied by 10 raised to 10. 10 raised to 10. Okay, number of electrons emitted per unit time and multiplied by finally time. Now you can figure out what is the value of time required in second. Okay, time required in second. Try to calculate this. Minus 19 plus 10, 10 raised to minus 9. Minus 19 plus 10, 10 raised to minus 9. 10 raised to minus 9. This 10 raised to minus 9 will go into the denominator. So minus 12 into 10 raised to minus 9. So this 4 by 5 as it is. This 4 by 5 as it is. This 16 into 6.25 as it is. 16 into 6.25 as it is. 10 raised to 10 we have thought about already. This time t as it is. Okay. This 5 on the left hand side. This 4 on the left hand side. Plus 12 minus 9 will be equal to plus 3. This 4 on the left hand side. 5 on the left hand side. 1.6 on the left hand side. And 6.25 on the left hand side. Okay, I know it is going to consume time for the calculation, but this is not a big deal. Divide by 2, divide by 9, divide by 4, divide by 1.6 and divide by 6.25. 6.25 you can, while dividing something by 6.25, what you can do is you can multiply numerator and denominator by 100 so that you can get a number 625. And now what you can do is you can just replace this 625 by 25 into 25. So this 100 upon 25 will become 4 upon 25, and 4 upon 25 is definitely not a big deal. 4 upon 25 is definitely not a big deal. In this way you can figure out what is this value. Means 1 upon 6.25 can be directly replaced by 4 upon 5 into 5. So let me do that. Time is equal to this 5 as it is. This 2 into 9. Try to understand, try to get the calculations also. This 4 as it is, 1.6 as it is. This 6.25 or 1 upon 6.25. 1 upon 6.25 can be directly written as 1 upon 6.25. 1 upon 6.25 can be written as 4 upon 5 into 5. 4 upon 5 into 5. That's it. This 4 cancels. Will you do this calculation on your own now? Replying in the chat box, clear and written. बोला बाळांनो. This is the exact rough calculation that you will be doing in the exam. Exam मध्ये असंच rough calculation करायचं आहे. This is how it will go. Okay. आता ती सवय पण मला तुम्हाला लावायची आहे. Aryan has given the answer 1 upon 144 into 10 raised to 3. Okay Aryan. चेक कर बाळ, आन्सर बरोबर आहे का? Their answer and your answer is matching. Basically 10 raised to minus 3 factor is there and the answer is in microsecond. Okay, their answer is this. Their answer is this. 1 upon 144 can be very easily calculated. 144 can be written as 12 into 12. 1 by 12, 1 by 12, not a big task. Their answer is 6.95 microsecond. 6.95 microsecond. Okay, you just figure this out. Okay. First, the answer that they get is 10 raised to minus 3 upon 144. And 10 raised to minus 3 upon 144, you can figure it out like this. 12 into 12. 1 by 12. Yes. Do this on your own. Okay. बाळांनो हे स्वतः करायचं आहे तुम्ही नंतर. Is this question and the method clear to all of you? These many electrons are emitted. So इलेक्ट्रॉनच्या चार्ज न मल्टिप्लाय करा. केवढा चार्ज इमिट होतोय, त्यातला किती एस्केप होतोय बघा. दिस इज द चार्ज एस्केपिंग पर युनिट टाइम इनटू टाइम. चार्ज एस्केपिंग पर युनिट टाइम इनटू टाइम करा. आणि किती चार्ज पाहिजे आहे दॅट वी हॅव ऑलरेडी फिगर्ड आउट. ओके, ऑल राइट. येस येस, फाइन. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 43 and 43 we cannot deal right now because we do not know series and parallel combination of capacitors. So for time being we will just skip that question number 43. Let us move on to the next question, that is question number 44. Let me check what is the question number 44. Question number 44. Let me read the question. You also try to extract the data. the plates of the capacitor are charged to the potential difference of 100 volt. Okay, so initially one capacitor is given to you, potential difference is equal to 100 volt. Okay sir, and then connected across the resistor. This was initial situation. Okay, capacity is not given to us. Let us write capacity as capital C. This was the initial situation. Fine. Now the final situation. Final situation is given something like this. Now the same capacitor, the capacitor is charged. Okay, see, it has potential difference. It means there is some charge stored on this capacitor. Okay. Next, now it is connected across a resistor. Okay. Now this same capacitor is connected across the resistor. Yes, now capacitor will go on discharging. Okay, initially the battery launch charge केला असेल, but now battery is removed and one resistor is connected. Okay sir, okay sir, fine. The potential difference across the capacitor decays exponentially with respect to time. Okay, आधी potential difference capacitor से किती है? 100 है. Try to understand. Let me draw the graph. एक गोष्ट समजून घ्या. Let me draw the potential difference across the capacitor. Potential difference across the capacitor. हे जे काय potential difference आहे कॅपॅसिटरच्या across, तेच potential difference रेझिस्टन्सच्या across पण आहे. बरोबर? This point and this point both are same point because they are joined by the metallic wire. This point and this point both have the same potential because they are joined by the metallic wire. So कॅपॅसिटरच्या across जो काय potential difference आहे, the same potential difference will be available across the resistance. Okay, fine. Now charge on the capacitor will go on decreasing. So charge on the capacitor will go on decreasing and therefore potential difference of the capacitor will also go on decreasing. Why? Try to understand. Q is equal to काय असते बाळ? CV. बरोबर? C तर constant आहे आणि charge on the capacitor कमी व्हायला लागलाय. Capacitor is discharging. So if capacitor is discharging, charge is decreasing, potential should also decrease. Okay, these are new things that you have to understand first. You have to listen to them first. Okay, so as charge goes on decreasing, the potential also goes on decreasing. Initially the value of potential is 100 volt. Initially the value of potential is 100 volt when time was 0. Initially means when time is equal to 0, and this value is decreasing exponentially. If they say it is decreasing linearly, I will draw a straight line graph. Decreasing linearly, voltage value decreasing linearly, but they said voltage value decreasing exponentially. Voltage value decreasing exponentially. How to draw exponential decrease? Understand it here. Understand it here. This is called as exponential decrease. This is called as exponential decrease. Okay, fine. Now what next? After 1 second, time t equal to 0, time t equal to 1 second. After 1 second, after 1 second, the potential difference between the plates of the capacitor is 80 volt. Okay. The potential difference आता किती शिल्लक राहिलंय? 80 volt शिल्लक राहिलंय. Okay. So finally जे काय potential आहे, let us call initial potential as V1 and final potential at time t equal to 1 second. At time t equal to 1 second, final potential ला काय म्हणूया बाळ? V2 म्हणूया. What is that? 80 volt. Okay, what is that? 80 volt. What is the fraction of stored energy which has been dissipated? किती energy loss झाली? Write down. Fraction of energy lost. Fraction of energy lost. कारण रेजिस्टन्स आहे आणि कॅपॅसिटर रेजिस्टन्स मधनं डिस्चार्ज व्हायला लागलाय, रेजिस्टन्स मधनं करंट चाललाय, रेजिस्टन्स तापणार. ओके, रेजिस्टन्स विल हीट अप, दॅट एनर्जी विल बी लॉस्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट. सो व्हॉट इज द फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ एनर्जी लॉस्ट? ओके, जस्ट ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड दिस क्वेश्चन. So how to find out fraction of energy lost? I will write it like this: energy lost divided by initial energy. Divided by initial energy. Now energy lost, loss कसा काढतात? Initial minus final. Gain कसं काढतात? Final minus initial. Change कसं काढतात? Final minus initial. Change is final minus initial. Gain is final minus initial. Change is also final minus initial. Gain is also final minus initial. But loss is initial minus final. initial energy minus final energy divided by initial energy. Okay, sir. What is the initial energy of the capacitor? You are given the formula of potential. You are given the formula, sorry, you are given the data of potential difference. You are given the data of potential difference. Initially potential difference was 100 volt. So how much energy is stored on the capacitor? Initially 1/2 C into V1 square. No need to say C1 C2 because capacity will not change. Potential on the potential difference of the capacitor, charge of the capacitor, that will change. Capacitor चा charge बदलेल, potential difference बदलेल, capacity will be fixed. Capacity will be fixed. So 1/2 C V1 square or 1/2 C1 V1 square, but no need to write C1 minus. Finally, what is the energy stored on the capacitor? 1/2 C2 V2 square, but capacity has not changed. It will remain same. So C into V2 square. So this is the initial energy on the capacitor. This is the final energy on the capacitor, and this subtraction, initial minus final, is the energy lost by the capacitor divided by initial energy. Sir, 1/2 C, 1/2 C, 1/2 C common and cancel. So V1 square minus V2 square upon V1 square. Just try to understand. These are new things. So just keep on observing and just keep on listening to the things. So V1 square, म्हणून जरा slow मी स्वतः गणित सॉल्व करून दाखवतोय. V1 square will be 100 square minus V2 square will be 80 square. नंतर कॅपॅसिटरच्या अक्रॉस 80 व्होल्टच आहेत, कमी झालेत, divided by initial voltage, that is 100 square or initial potential difference. Okay, now you can take 100, you can do this 100, you can divide by 100 square. So 1 minus 100 square na divide kar, 100 square upon 100 square 1 minus 100 square upon 100 square 1 minus as it is 80 upon 100 bracket square. So that will be equal to what? 1 minus 0.8 square. Okay, 80 upon 100 is 0.8. 0.8 square is what? 8 square is 64. 0.8 square is 0.64. So answer is 0.36. Reply me in the chat box. Am I right? Check करा बाळांनो, समजून घ्या. Take your time, understand it. I will wait. Take your time. I will wait. Types of questions you are understanding right now. In the exam, I know within 5 to 10 seconds you will be doing this. Take your time, understand it, write it, and then reply me in the chat box, clear and written. Sir, always energy is lost will be 1/2 CV square? No. Who said energy lost is 1/2 CV square? I said energy stored on the capacitor is 1/2 CV square. Initially, what was the energy stored on the capacitor? This energy, 1/2 C1 V1 square. Finally, at time t equal to 1 second, this is the energy remaining on the capacitor. If you wait for some more time, energy potential will again go on decreasing, energy will go on decreasing, potential is going on decreasing. So stored energy on the capacitor will go on decreasing, and ultimately it will become zero when the capacitor is fully discharged. Right now capacitor is not fully discharged. Potential zero कुठे झाले? Fully discharged झाला तर सगळी energy loss होणार. Fully discharged नाही झाला. There is some potential remaining on the capacitor. There is some charge remaining on the capacitor. Are you getting this? आणि समजलं का? Always energy 1/2 CV square केव्हा सांगितलंय? When the capacitor is fully discharged through the resistor. जेवढी initial energy होती तेवढी सगळी loss झाली. Right? Right now entire energy अजून संपायची आहे. Okay? It will take time. It will take time. After long time, entire energy will be lost. In 1 second, how much energy is lost? It is this. And what is the fraction? Energy lost upon initial energy. असं आहे बाळांनो. येते हळूहळू लक्षात येते. नेक्स्ट. ऑल राइट. Now let us solve few more questions. There are some self practice problems. Okay, let me read that question. Can the sphere of radius 1 meter hold the charge of 1 coulomb? Write down the question. Can sphere of 1 coulomb hold the charge of, sorry, can sphere of 1 meter, can, just keep on writing, can sphere of 1 meter hold 1 meter radius, hold charge of 1 coulomb, charge of 1 coulomb. Now you will say, sir, what is the problem? We can store whatever amount of charge we want. No, that's not possible always. Try to understand. Let us assume that there is a sphere. Let us assume that there is a sphere having charge equal to q equal to 1 coulomb and the radius equal to r equal to 1 meter. Okay, radius equal to r equal to 1 meter. Okay, now inside the sphere the electric field will be equal to 0 and outside it is proportional to 1 upon r square. Outside it is proportional to 1 upon r square, inside it is 0. It is maximum on the surface, maximum on the surface. So electric field on surface or just outside, surface or just outside, you can say surface or just outside. What will be the formula of electric field on the surface of this spherical conductor or charge q? Sphere है ना, formula काय असेल electric field चा? kq upon r square, but r will be capital R on the surface किंवा just outside. Okay, now k value you already know, just keep on writing. These are some new things, so I am today solving some questions. 9 into 10 raised to 9, charge value is given as 1 coulomb and the radius value is given as 1 meter. So this will become 9 into 10 raised to 9 electric field. What is the electric field unit? Electric field is force per unit charge, so Newton per coulomb, or potential gradient, negative potential gradient. You can write volt per meter. Okay, volt per meter or Newton per coulomb. This is a very high value of electric field. Try to understand. This is a very high value of electric field. Okay, if you have a very large potential difference, you can create very large electric field. Okay, electric field चा formula काय असतो? Negative potential gradient. If you have very large potential difference, you can produce very high electric field. Okay, so let's say you have air here and let's say this potential is V1, this potential is V2, and this potential difference delta V is very high. Delta V is very high. So very high electric field will be produced. Very high electric field will be produced. And because of the very high electric field, okay, because of the very high electric field, the air molecules which are present here will get ionized. The air molecules which are present here will get ionized and there will be sparks in the air. And ultimately, charge always tries to flow from higher potential to lower potential. Electric field एवढी strong आहे की इथं जे काय atoms आहेत त्या atoms मधले electrons बाहेर emit केले जातात. एवढी strong electric field आहे. Okay, the electric field is so strong. Electric field always exerts force on the charge. Electron हा एक charge particle आहे. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एवढी स्ट्रॉंग आहे की ऍटम मधले इलेक्ट्रॉन्स सुद्धा फोर्स एक्सपिरियन्स करतात आणि ते इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ऍटम मधून बाहेर पडतात. सो ऍटम्स गेट आयोनाइज्ड. Okay, atoms get ionized and ultimately what happens if you have very high electric field, 9 into 10 raised to 9, a tremendously high electric field, here the air molecules which are present will get ionized and they will try to neutralize the charge on this surface. They will try to neutralize the charge on this surface. Understood? Reply me in the chat box. Because this is very high charge, that very high charge is creating very high potential. Because of very high potential, very high electric field, because of very high electric field, the air is getting ionized. The air is getting ionized. आता बाळांनो ही एअर आयोनाइज झाली, मग इथले आयन्स काय करतील? आता समजा इथं पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज आहे तर निगेटिव्ह चार्ज ह्या सरफेस कडे अट्रॅक्ट होईल, आणि समजा इथं निगेटिव्ह चार्ज आहे तर पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज अट्रॅक्ट होईल. आयन्स आहेत ना, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आहेत आणि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स निगेटिव्ह आहेत, and the remaining atoms are positive. So if this charge is positive, electrons which are emitted will get attracted here, and ultimately the charge on this sphere will get neutralized. So तो 1 कुलोम्बचा चार्ज जो काय आहे तो हळूहळू कमी झाला, तो हळूहळू कमी व्हायला चालू होतो, कारण तो न्यूट्रलाइज व्हायला चालू होतो. सो पीपल से दॅट द चार्ज इज लीकिंग, चार्ज इज लीकिंग, हळूहळू तो कमी व्हायला लागलाय किंवा लीक व्हायला लागलाय. सो इट कॅनॉट स्टोअर द चार्ज ऑफ 1 कुलोम्ब. ओके, व्हेरी हाय इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. बघा बाळांनो, मी लॉजिक रिपीट केलंय, परत समजलं का? म्हणाली गॉट इट? Very high, if you produce very high electric field in the air, what will happen? The atoms will get ionized. So you have atom as a positive charge, electron as a negative charge. Now this is a positive charge on the sphere, let's say. So electrons will get attracted on this positive charge. Positive negative will get will become neutralized. Okay, will neutralize each other. So charge on 1 coulomb will keep on decreasing. People say that charge is leaking, charge leak hoya lagla. So it cannot store the charge of 1 coulomb. So very high electric field. Write down. Sir, is there a limit up to which charge can reduce? Exactly, there is some limit. जेव्हा एअर आयोनाइज व्हायची बंद होईल, ओके, देर इज सम लिमिट. ओके, तोपर्यंत आयोनायझेशन चालू राहणार जोपर्यंत फील्ड व्हेरी हाय आहे. या आयोनायझेशन मुळे हा जो काही चार्ज आहे तो न्यूट्रलाइज होत राहणार. चार्ज विल गो ऑन डिक्रीजिंग. इफ चार्ज गोज ऑन डिक्रीजिंग, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड गोज ऑन डिक्रीजिंग. देर इज सम लिमिट. इफ द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड फॉल्स बियॉन्ड दैट लिमिट, now the air will not get ionized. Air will not get ionized, and that charge will remain on the sphere. That charge will remain on the sphere. Yes, very good, Ansh. That doubt was good. So write down, very high electric field will produce or will ionize the air. Will ionize. You just take the spelling on your own. Will ionize the air. That will try to, or that will simply neutralize, just keep on writing, that will neutralize charge on sphere. So it cannot store 1 coulomb charge. Okay, सो एअर आयोनाइज केव्हा होणार आहे? जेव्हा फार जास्त इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आहे. सो दॅट टर्म इज ऍक्च्युअली कॉल्ड ॲज डायइलेक्ट्रिक स्ट्रेंथ. त्याला काय म्हणतात बाळांनो? डायइलेक्ट्रिक स्ट्रेंथ असं म्हणतात, की त्याच्यापेक्षा जर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जास्त झाली, इफ द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड becomes more than that, dielectric means non-conductor. Air is a non-conductor. Air is a dielectric. So write down dielectric strength of air. Dielectric strength of air. Just keep on writing. These are new things in today's lecture. There are many new things. That value is dielectric strength of the air is, I have written it as 3 into 10 raised to 6 Newton per coulomb. But right now the electric field which is produced in the air is 9 into 10 raised to 9. This is tremendously high. So air will get ionized, and those ions will try to neutralize the charge on this surface. So charge will go on decreasing because neutralization process will keep on going. Okay, ionization will keep on going, neutralization will keep on going, charge will keep on decreasing, electric field will keep on decreasing. If it becomes equal to 3 into 10 raised to 6, now air will not be ionized. Ionized होणार नाही air. If air is not ionizing or not getting ionized, neutralization will not take place. If neutralization does not take place, charge will remain as it is. Reply me in the chat box. Is this logic clear to all of you? Up to this, reply me in the chat box, clear and written. Many new things in today's lecture you are coming across. I know that. Hmm. Hmm. Take your time, try to understand, but and reply. Yes. Good. Now she's saying, sir, if there is different medium has different dielectric strength. Different medium has different dielectric strength. Okay, when that will get ionized. For air, it is this. It is quite obvious. All right, fine. So reply me in the chat box. Are the questions and the theory taught in today's lecture clear to all of you? Are all the things taught in today's lecture? Everyone shall reply now. Expecting reply from all. Very good, Paramita, Advait, Shlesha. Expecting reply from everyone. Last 1 minute is with us. Manali, Prasad, Ansh, Samadnya. You can just reply and just can end the meeting, okay? Or leave the meeting. Pariha, good. Advait, Sarth, Prithviraj, Aditya. Just reply and you can leave the meeting. Reply and leave. Shwet, good. Ayush, small c. Just small c, reply me small c. Clear and written W, CW.